Okay, so here we go. Give me a minute to set this up with a few groups. So share this. Yeah, we are kind of winding down on Lorwyn Eclipse. It is it is almost it's almost early March already, so that's pretty much when we have to go for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. At least we don't have a True the Omen Past version of that. We will be getting a True the Omen Past version of the next Marvel series again, and I'm thinking that would probably put the kibosh on Marvel altogether. It just kind of makes things really hard for that one. But but in the meantime, we still have about say 2 more weeks of Lorwyn, I guess. I think no, closer to 1 more week of Lorwyn, and then probably, and this would be a very interesting way to one of the interesting ways to close out. We'll probably do a normal draft if they don't have anything special, but this one is a regular quick draft. But we all have a Maskwood Nexus emblem, so creatures you control are every creature type. Same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. And this is gonna make this draft pretty interesting. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today, I just read out the emblem, and that is what we have to keep in mind. This one being a quick draft really helps because so the primary thing we're looking for are pretty much synergies with the main groups. Unfortunately, this is not one of them, but Abigail is still pretty decent one way or another. Meander's Guide is probably a good one to fit in as well, though we will need to have ways to protect it. Goat Nap actually becomes interesting when everything is a goat, so this is also something to consider here. Fairies don't get much. Pretty much, I'm looking for which colors get pretty good stuff here. I kind of want to take the Meander's Guide here. The issue is that when this attacks, it's pretty much going to die when you do this. You do get something back, but but I'm a bit concerned about that. We'll take Abigail first. Pretty much puts us in at least either white or black. We don't necessarily have to be in both. It does mean that all the changelings lose value unless we're going vivid. Speaking of which, we do have a Kit Keeper here, so. But the problem with Kit Keeper is that this is always 7 mana, so that's a bit of a bummer. The Eclipse cards become a lot better here. I'll probably take the Eclipse Flamekin for this purpose. Yeah, being able to, replacing Reveal an Elemental with Reveal any creature, that's pretty solid. And take note, it's only creatures you control, so the Kindred spells are not affected. That said, yeah, Silvergill Mentor becomes pretty good for us here as well. So we have plenty of options here. Blue-red is somewhat looking a bit open here. We can probably take that. Rhyme Speaker is a pretty good fit for us here. We could always, yeah, if this was an Eclipse Flamekin, that would be better, but we'll probably take the Rhyme Speaker first. Though this one is more of a four mana value check rather than a creature type check. But I think if we're lucky, we might get the pot with. Okay, we don't really want to play this one. If there's an elf card in your graveyard, so this one will pretty much go for sure. It also does beg the question which direction we kind of want to go to. Safeguard is kind of okay, I guess, for this one. You just need a way to. This one can grow pretty big on that one. Wonderwine Distractor is also pretty much an option. It's a good payoff for going into Merfolk, sort of. I'll probably take this one just to see which path we go to. But blue is looking more like it. You may cast a spell so it has flash, you control fairy, so this one is kind of good. Though 5 mana 4/3, would I rather have anything else? Like say an explosive prodigy would be something I would like to have instead. So it probably so that is something I would keep in mind here. Yeah, you kind of want to have removal on sticks if you can. It does make well, we have a hovel herder, which not a creature type check. There's a Colorat Mystic which we could take. This one draws us cards. I'd probably just take the hovel herder as a big as a big expensive thing. Omni Changeling. It's a clone with Convoke. We could easily take that. We could also probably just take, say, Silvergill Peddler is also quite fine here. Probably just take the Changeling here first. Okay. Then okay, Goatnap actually kind of looking good here. There's a Wild Unraveling for additional counter spells if we go for that. Andres Vega, thank you for liking the post. Nice to see you around. So, I guess so the reason to take this is pretty much for Vivid, but do I'll take the Kid Keeper as a speculation pick, but honestly, it's probably not that great. Another Goat Nap. Are we Goat Napping our way out of this? Probably not. Return target creature card from your. Then, if it isn't your main phase, play 2. Either that or the core, which is Changeling and does help us with our mana. Not. We're still trying to figure out where we are in this draft. Yeah, here's a Tristan's Command. Now, the first mode will always be good, so that's one thing to consider. Second mode is fine. I guess this one is still safe to take, even though, but it does spread us out. Alternately, I could just take another Explosive Prodigy instead. And that's probably what I'm going to do. It's a shame I'm passing up on Doran and that. But yeah, it looks like we're not going for the... We don't have a good reason to go for the green Vivid yet. Chomping Changeling is Great Forest Druid. Yeah, we just kind. Wanderwine Farewell is fine because we will always control a Merfolk, and it probably might be a reason to cut out the Kid Keeper save. But that said, I probably don't want a second one though, and I still need to decide if I go straight. It's actually this actually makes you realize not that many that check on there are a lot, but not many that actually check for creature types. So white is pretty much a speculative splash. Yeah, this is probably not gonna make it. Anti-sentence is not great. Brambleback Brute is... We are kind of aggro. We could get away with that. Gristle Glutton is probably fine also. I think I'll just take the Flaring Cinder though. Okay, let's see. Sundapple Celebrant. Eclipsed Marrow is a probably good fit. We probably will try to go 3 colors here. So this makes it double white, which is not great. Worth considering though, because my other alternative would be... Yeah, none of these are actually great. We'll take the Eclipse Marrow. Whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, probably not happening. Probably take a Peddler here. Reluctant Downguard is also possible. We do have a dose of Dawnglow for reanimation, but we're not exactly quite into elves here, so. Scoundrel's fine. Bone Club Berserker is going to be interesting because this one is... Oh wait, no, this is better. Boldweir Aggressor when everything you have is basically a giant. Now that one lines up pretty well for us. So we probably want to have some amount of removal. Noggle the Mind would actually be interesting if everyone's trying to make it work. And yeah, I would take the Noggle the Mind because that is a nice surprise trick. Glamour Might is fine. Prismatic Undercurrents. This would be a reason to go. That's not a very strong reason. I would speculate on the Volter here because otherwise I'm just taking Reckless Ransacking, or no, we'll just take the Volter. We'll see. Bark of Doran, Reluctant Dog. Actually, need to do a. Most of our cards have higher toughness though, so this might actually be fine. But that said, if we go down on the white splash, that's the first thing I'm cutting. Dream Caesar made Blight one. No, let's take. So we're kind of spread out on 3 colors here. Springleaf Drum is probably going to be good, but we will need a lot of early plays for this. And neither of these are great. And we got, okay, Shine Striker is what we really want. I would also like Steam Vents, but we'll take the Shine Striker here. Thoughtweft Lieutenant is also good, except that we're not running green at all. Auntie's fine. Yeah, we will take the Shine Striker. That's pretty much our top end pick here. And we got, oh, another Shine Striker. Well, other creatures you control, so I already have a playset of Squelcher. Lasting Tarfire, but we're not exactly a Blight deck. So probably take I'll probably take another Shine Striker here. Okay, and Glister Baron, we can run this for our Vivid Payoff here. We can run this as triple blue. Yeah, which is a bit of a stretch, but I'm willing to give that one a shot there. Then let's see. Probably don't want Hovel Hurler, but I will want a Marrow Sky Swimmer. We also need to do a removal check here. Like, we only have the 2 Explosive Prodigies, and not much of anything, and the Noggle the Mind, so not much of anything. So Temporal. So I probably would want to take the Cleansing here. Oh no, we can also just take the Feed the Flames instead. Oh yeah, we also have a Wonder White Farewell. That's also. Take this. I could. I'll see if I can minimize white. Because or we could cut some of the red cards that are not great. Like the 2 Goat Naps are probably, like, sure, we get the extra big +3 bonus, but we could easily just make this a deck blue-white. It will justify Abigail somewhat. Then the red becomes less important. So. Like like I can cut Hovel Hurler in oh wait, no, I passed on that one because I took. Wait a minute. So Volter is interesting, but this is also probably gonna get cut. Problem is, I'm thinking this is way too normal. I guess I can take Spiral into Solitude. It's not great, but if we're pivoting towards, and there's a Flame Braider, so nope, that goes out the window. And now having a Black Splash is interesting because Bogart Cursecrafter works really well here. I'll see if I can make this work, but honestly speaking, we want to be blue-red main. Still figuring out our extra color. There's Bone Club Berserker is. No, I did say that Aggressor is probably better here. Yeah, I think we're back to blue. I think we're back to blue-red. So some of the white cards can go. I'll take Elder Auntie here. There's a Cool Rat Mystic, Glamourmite. Glamourmite's a nice tempo trick, but we'll take the Gristle Glutton here. Temporal Cleansing came back, so that's good for us. And there's a Runaway Together as an option. Okay, so we'll need to figure out what works. The Volter probably doesn't work very well for us here. Mostly because, because of white. We also don't have that much in the way of fixing our mana, so sad to say Curse Crafter is probably gonna go here. So we're actually with Andres Vega. Thank you for liking the stream. Nice to see you around. So with this, we are able to go down to say black instead. So Curse Crafter can actually come back in here. So we're actually going for, so this does become double black. So I might end up cutting this. We probably don't need that much black here. So I probably would make this 971. I'll try it like this for now. If the black becomes very sketchy, I might end up pivoting it out of it and just probably replace with a Goat Nap or a Runaway Together. So we have Shine Strip, but then again, this is more of a meme draft format. It is much more powerful because there are a lot more synergies available. The Eclipse cards just work so much better here. In hindsight, maybe instead of going into black, going to white might work better instead. Hold on. I just talked myself out of the Curse Catcher Goblin. Curse Crafter, rather. So if I wanted to add a splash, it would be for white, which will give me Solitude and probably Kith Keeper, and maybe Abigail, which I'm willing to try. Or Hovel Hurler is Hovel Hurler is quite fine also for this. So maybe we drop the Changeling. Though I'll try it like this for now. We'll just run this as some straight blue red. Now I wish I took the Steam Vents. We'll run it as straight blue red first. Most likely if I add, it's gonna be white. It does highlight why green, blue, and red are pretty much the best color mix. Pretty much green and blue mostly off the back of Vivid. Red has some good Vivid picks as well. So Turn to Flame Braider is always good though. Yeah, Flame Braider actually becomes super important here because I would have probably loved to cast this first, but dropping this, then dropping Stratosphere to become super annoying is probably going to be more helpful for us. This one will grow big too, but we will probably outpace it thanks to Flame Raider. Yeah, the Flame Raider is going to be the most important card in this deck. Sure, this just hits us a 4-5, but it's a pretty mean 4-5, if I may say so myself. There's the argument for, say, playing Flaring Cinder first, but I think while we still have Flame Braider, let's go for the Throat. Ooh, okay, so yeah, Stratosaur is gonna be so important. Opponent probably has a way to get this one killed. Just not with the colors he has right now. Does he have a fight spell? That would be super interesting. Nope, it's just no, it just deals damage. So it does set us back here. So we don't. Oh wait, we could attack. This can't block. My bad. Not reading the card properly. I could safe right cavalry. Okay, so we. So yeah, so we're just taking. No, I could swing with this one. Ooh, there's a Shine Striker, so definitely want to. So so this one. Yeah, probably just block the trade. I'm fine with that. Figure of Fable. This will be annoying. So the question is if I can. So it takes 7. Omni Changeling. So this will enter as a copy. So if I have it enter as this, that's not great. Enter as this is not great. Enter as this. I do have an elf card in the yard now, so that would be fine. Opponent can double block this, so I can just copy the Stratosaur again. So now our opponent is forced. This is 6 mana to, and our opponent is still halfway there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, well, our opponent could force us to block this one. There's probably the argument where I should not have played this and just played this one hit right up top. But if our opponent can't generate a flying blocker, we win. Right now, I am forced to block. Right now, I can still get away with blocking figure. If they have a way to pump, I'm probably dead anyway. If they're just going for 7, I'm fine. Because the one pump spell will only bring it up +3/+3. That just brings it up to 10. And it's over. Let's see if they have a removal spell. That's it. No, they don't. We got it. Whew. Yeah, the Boulder Aggressor is going to become really special for us here. We'll see how far we can make this work. a hand with Smoke Raider is gonna be so important. Otherwise, we'll need to buy a lot of time. So this one is very bad. We have to mulligan this. This one is somewhat better. We get to keep this. I will. We bin the farewell here. Unfortunately, at this point, we still have only like 4 mana. I would love to copy this Curse Crafter if I can. Ideally, the best answer is to just get this out of the way. Okay, non-land permanent. So, okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is where having a high mana value is gonna hurt us. This is not the worst. So next turn I can play Aggressor, though it still won't be able to block Curse Crafter. It will draw us a card though. So I'm kind of playing around with that card. And we probably have to give up on Shine Striker. We have another one. Yeah, see? We got ourselves the other Shine Striker. So we have to deal with the air, but if we can hit another mana, Shine Striker, that's us 2 more cards, we should be kind of fine. Well, I'd rather it happen now like that rather than later. So, but yeah, we still need 1 more land. And at least Shine Striker. Yeah, all these extra tokens being of different colors. Okay, we lose the Aggressor, which is... It is what it is. One is really super aggressive. Okay, go ahead. Burn everything. So we kind of wait. This is at least instant speed. So we are really just hoping to hit 1 more land. Any land. So somehow I actually have to give up the Explosive Prodigy here. And I can actually cast this. So our opponent just ran out of gas there. Our opponent having to use 3 removal spells. 3 removal spells for my 2 creatures. It really hurt our opponent a lot there. That just made everything super expensive. Well, they didn't. Well, it wasn't for. Well, the tweezers they could have actually fired on face instead. I think they might have gotten us. Our life wasn't exactly that high. Okay, so Mentor into Eclipsed Flamekin is very good for us here. also Springleaf Drum is quite good for us here. And let's just play the red source. So what do we want? Draw discard, Flaring Cinder is fine. I would actually take Omni Changeling here. Because I suspect our opponent is in real big trouble if they only have 2 planes and nothing else. Yep, they're in real big trouble here. This is probably going to be over really fast. Yeah, this is the super sketchiest keep. I'm actually surprised people would still keep this kind of hand. The general rule is if your first play is if I draw a land, it's set on that condition, you probably should mulligan that hand. And Knowledge and Mystery, so yeah, we cast enough Merfolk to satisfy that achievement. Claim that one later. I was so worried about Vivid not having enough. Turns out the tokens actually contribute quite a lot. So we have Silvergill Mentor again. Our Prodigy can hit for 3 damage at this rate. If we need additional mana, Stratosaur comes in. Okay, never mind, we hit our additional mana. Now there's an argument like I would probably want to get this one set up. It depends what our opponent's next drop is though. Yeah, if it's something like that, we have to Explosive Prodigy. Flame Braider is so good that it's a kill on sight. Well, we have our own Flame Braider. Let's see if they kill this one. I could have cycled this one, get another land, then played the Flame Braider. That's a mistake on my part. Yeah, they have to kill this on site. It's pretty much guaranteed. Opponent knew what was up. They had to give up collective. Well, it makes sense. Collective Inferno's bad. Eulogist, okay, pretty good. So hit our 4th mana. We can play the Rhyme Speaker first. Go back. We definitely want to keep this token alive. So I might block with Mentor and Prodigy if our opponent attacks. Yes, I am not putting the right... Ooh, wow. This is actually going to be really good for our opponent. Excuse me. So kind of on standstill right now. But yeah, it's looking like I actually want to cast Stratosaur here. Let's see if they have a combat trick. I am just willing to trade this out. I'm certain they have. But I can't just keep taking either because if you can... Oh no, opponent's just gonna trade. Flaring Cinder. did end up drawing the land, so draw land. Oh no, I called it. So just gonna swing with the Elder Auntie here. So next turn we will just play the Cinder, pitch the island. So now we have a plan to hit up top. Opponent did use two burn spells. Didn't really give up much. Okay, they might be missing some lands. I think I'm gonna take. Also, because if our opponent does not present another blocker, this is just an easy attack. Okay, Flamekin's good. Search up what you need. Searching up a mountain usually means that you kind of need a lot. Okay, here. So I'd love to play this first, but this one's just too good. Oh, and we got the Omni Changeling as well. So I still want to hold on to this. So, but I can now swing with. Yeah, to think this random giant giant lord is actually super cool for this format. Now I could have swung with everything, but yeah, Omni Changeling also quite useful for us as well. Excuse me. Yeah, I was originally looking for +1/+1 effects, but I will accept double strike. And the nice thing is now that everything pretty much has double strike. Well, our opponent is forced to remove the aggressor somehow. They have their own aggressor. So and just rub it in a little bit. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, our opponent had the right idea. Yeah, they actually went really hard on Dawn Hand Eulogists, which is really good. Yeah, this is also why Feed the Flames. I kind of chose Feed the Flames. We did end up getting some Coral afterwards, so that's fine. But we are dealing more than enough damage. All things considered. Yeah, and it just lets them a creature, but no life gain. There we go. I'm pretty much enjoying this weird format. Though I suspect I'm not going to be able to get a deck like this again. I probably would want to try this one again though. Just for the weirdness sake. Yeah, actually, wait, I want to do a quick check also. Because everything we're casting is now pretty much every creature type. I think we got all the. This is the best time to get all those achievements that are based on that. So, yeah, we got the Merfolk or Sphinx. I believe we got the. No, that's. Yeah, we got the white one already. And we definitely got all the others at this point. So this is actually the perfect format to do that. I'm actually just missing the one for casting multiple legendaries and a bunch of other stuff. Copy spells, that should happen sometime. Yeah, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going with this. Yeah, the having the consistent mana base also quite helps. Would have still preferred. I guess in hindsight, I really do wanted that Steam Vents, but I'd take anything at this point. Okay. So this time it's a mentor into on. So we have a 2-3-4 curve. I'll take it. Shine Striker is going to be so good if I can somehow keep the tokens alive. When I'm going into Ashling, which is quite concerning, they're going to be a big mana. They're going into big mana. But we do have a good 4 into a 5, so I will take that, I guess. One is probably playing a very good 5-color deck though, so we might be outclassed here. And this is only good for spells with mana value 4 or greater, so not useful here. It's useful there, but taking 3, sure. Interesting, what we can do is we could actually copy this. Copying Ashling is also an option, I guess. Not a solid option though. When it did have their own bolder aggressor. So yeah, I have to take 6. This is a problem. I would love to play the Flame Braider, but we have to play our own aggressor first. That's the way to get some life back. Summit Sentinel's fine. Yeah, let's set ourselves 4 cards. Well, 5 cards actually. Oh wow, this is gonna be such... Oh, we can actually also set our opponent back a bit. Actually, we can set our opponent back quite a lot. But this will require us tapping everything, so it's not a great deal. So we'll... no attacks. Wow, we drew so many cards. So, pitch the mountain. So definitely want to play Blister Baron here because it works so well with our... So opponent gets to draw into that. They can recast that. Wow, we're really drawing a lot of cards here. Might as well just play this, I guess. Yeah, white is the harder one to come by. Also, yeah, we'll pause on that. Pump this. Ooh, that's 16! Yeah. I think I could have won if I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, I could have won, actually. Well, not quite. I would still have to go through some... But man, we're the bet... I guess I played way too much Vivid, and our opponent is kind of stuck here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Let's just solve this once and for all. Yeah, we really drew a lot here. Yep, and that would seal the deal for sure. Yeah, this is so super nuts in a very good way. Ah. Yeah, it's right. So this one is super sketchy. We got just this and nothing else. Really could use... So I'm actually gonna have to mulligan this. This one is a lot worse, but we do have our mana. I can try to hope, or I think I can just take one more mulligan. Hey Jericho Lagan, thank you for liking the stream. So I'm gonna have to take another mulligan here. Okay, this one is a lot more reasonable for me. I will have to give up these two. Yeah, we are doing the Changeling Emblem draft. And so far we've done pretty well here. Hey, opponent. So what we need to hit now is, well, 1 red mana, 2 a lot of help. Springleaf Drum House. Okay, so this is a bit of 1, 2, 3, 4. This would kind of set me up for 5, 6. And it's much. If the other one was a mountain, I might have considered. So we'll see. Our opponent could ramp into. Could okay? Nope, they can't. Not. I was gonna say they could ramp into 4 mana. Well, not this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suspect our opponent might have removal for this, but I don't exactly have much of a choice. Glamour might. So they could double block this one, which I'm kind of fine with. That I'm also fine with that trade. I'm also pretty much fine with that. I suspect they're playing this one. That's where the synergy comes in. Oh no, champion of the show. What does this do? Tap up to 1 target creature. Yeah, that's a bummer. If we can hit another land, maybe... Okay. Prodigy, not so great. We could snipe the Glamour Might at least. Yeah, the land's not helping us here. They might just have removal for it. Well, that's fine. I kind of expected that. So, yeah, they're just going to keep tapping this down. Can't exactly take that out. Yeah, we need to stop drawing lands, but... So I might as well swing with everything here. But we're not gonna, unless we're not gonna win this one easily, we don't. Yeah, especially if they're able to start filling up the side. The champions are actually pretty good, would be pretty good for this one. Temporal Cleansing. Probably wanna put this in the... It's target creature only, so I'll probably wanna bottom it. Okay, Flaring Cinder, not bad. We do get a free draw from this. Omni Changeling is also not bad. So hold on. So we copy this one. Oh, and because we're not casting it, or rather, we did not cast it as that. We can keep this one locked down. Oh my gosh, Omni Changeling is so good. Okay, opponent's gonna have a lot of mana, but at this point, I don't really care that much. So now we kind of want a big mana spell so that I can pitch the mountain. Oh yeah. Oh. Ooh, that's a horrible hit for our opponent. Well, I also have the same problem. So they did get 3 cards deeper, so it's actually quite good for them. My gosh, Omni Changeling is really carrying its weight. No cap. Okay, free card. Well guard, sure. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah. Yeah, this time I need to start clearing the board a bit. So that even if our opponent swings with this, I can still comfortably block. Thanks to our opponent. Thanks to our opponent blighting it. Silver Gill Mentor. Okay, going sideways. Yeah, I figured that would happen. Oh god, another Shine Striker. This is so perfect. I would love to play this one first. This +4/+4, but what would I put it on? I'll just draw the 4 cards. And if our opponent doesn't have an answer to this, we kind of win. Oh, we could also cast this, sure. So opponent wants to. So our opponent does want to tap this, but we can snipe this one easily. It's just really by time, I guess. But we now have Bolder Aggressor as an option as well. No, opponent's not going to play true. We got it. How was the recent CM? Never. Oh, that's actually. Oh, that's actually quite good. Okay, so yeah, Omni Changing really busted for this one. Yeah, especially because there are a lot of inter-creature synergies that you can just copy because of the Changeling emblem. As for CM Silver, it was kind of close, but Group B Silver, I wasn't exactly doing very well, so I'm actually okay with the outcome. Now starting to work on Dirt, so going to see if I'm able to improve my Umas on that sense. In the meantime, 6 wins, 0 losses. This is really cool for a meme draft format. I really like this one. Quite enjoyable, if I may say so. No, I do not. No, Meta. I do not want an AI work partner. That's just not how it goes. Urara. Well, actually, 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 if you think of it, all you needed to do was just bump up the turf. Okay, so interesting setup here. We have a turn. We have a turn 1 drum. I might just play Prodigy for it, but I could also wait. Now that said, not the strongest of starts. If I can get one of my one of my cheaper creatures like Silvergill Mentor would be a really good one for us here. That's right. That's pretty much what I'm aiming for there. Oh, opponent had to. Okay. So we get to go first. Play on the drum. So this is a case where I might cycle to hit my land drops. Yeah, I'll probably cycle this one. Now don't get me wrong, this one's actually... Oh wait, I should have gotten red here. Never know. And yeah, definitely take... Okay, we did bottom a Flame Braider, but we'll take Shine Striker for sure. So I'll just play this out. If our opponent has a counter spell, no, they don't. Nobody really counters stuff here. Okay, we're living the Vivid Dream. Opponent's also kind of trying to play the Vivid. They're playing. This is their four. They're playing into 3 colors so far. They will need to have something. Because next turn it's a Shine Strike. This is an interesting one to bot spin. Okay, so if I pump this up, this is for... Oh, it only pumps others. Okay. So that said, if I swing with this, Feed the Flames finishes it, but that's not a great deal. Let's just Shine Striker. Now our opponent's got Thought Web Imbuer. That is a combo. So far, it's not a great... It's only +2 so far, so it's not that strong. Okay, Cinder Strike is quite good though. So they did have an Explosive Prodigy. Looks like our opponent did have a very good Oh, they're going for the Shine Strikers. Okay, too. So hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am missing the white already, so it's only 2. So this is actually quite close to lethal. I think we pinned the Glutton. Ooh, Gathering Stone's actually quite good too. And they could name any creature type. They are kind of dry though, so there is that. So I'll take one, sure. So if I swung with everything, this is 4, 6 damage. What does this do? Creatures you control, it can also get first strike. Kind of irrelevant. Yeah, I have to go for it. Oh, they're actually not blocking? Okay. Okay. So I'll be taking 2. Yeah, they kind of want to hold it back as a blocker. I'm just taking 2 then in this case. Ooh, okay. So 2, 4, 8. So they have to block that to give it some time. But this pretty much times out their entire board. Yeah, we should. Yeah, I think we got this. Probably should play another creature. No, they're not playing another creature. Opponent might have a combat trick. Can't really do much about it. I'm just gonna ping this one. Yeah, that's a good game. Yeah, that was actually quite close. We really a turf upgrade on classic year was huge. Oh yeah, they do give you that one. Trying to do a yeah, a turf upgrade. I should really be figuring out when that lands. Yeah, I think I'm kind of in at the point where I am pretty much, yeah, I guess you could say I'm chronically in on Uma Musume. Very happy with that. Just as much as I'm chronically in on Magic the Gathering. I think though I am starting to learn how to play Pokemon trading card game. I quit Pocket quite some time ago, but at least trying to learn. So that's fine there. But still, not bad. 2 packs, more achievements. Everything's looking quite well. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. Like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on notifications. And yeah, not exactly a very quick, a very busy year for us right now, but lots of things to enjoy. Pretty much, I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to keep things chill. No need to worry too much about stuff. Yeah, I have. I didn't. I know I've gotten a few of these some before, but it's been such a long time. Nice to see getting this one now. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks to all who tuned in. Thank you, Jericho Ilagan. Yeah, nice to see you. See you again. Yeah, thanks for the congratulations. Thank you as well, Andres Vega. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.